Although it's far less glamorous than the big California models, the V7 is the best-selling Moto Guzzi model today. With gentle manners and neat retro styling that effectively duplicates that of the legendary Moto Guzzi V7 Sport of the 1970s, the new V7 has captured a wide audience that ranges from die-hard Guzzisti to nostalgic sorts who just love the look and sound of the bike. Rational daily riders like the V7 as well, because it's smooth and practical, an easy everyday ride that's a touch exotic. For 2015, Moto Guzzi has made some significant updates to the V7, which means the air-cooled small block V-twin will be with us for many more years. The bike, dubbed the V7 II, separated from the previous model, now has standard ABS and traction control. More significant, the engine has been repositioned inside the frame, and the old 5-speed gearbox has been replaced by a 6-speed. The 744cc engine has been made perfectly horizontal, thanks to Guzzi lowering the front mounts in the frame. This creates better alignment for the shaft drive, the universal joint out of the gearbox's secondary shaft, and the final drive pinion, thereby improving the whole efficiency of the drivetrain. This also serves to make the V7 II have a cleaner, more inline look, while also creating some valuable knee room for taller riders. As a result of the new engine placement, the claimed seat height has been lowered to 31.1 inches from 31.6. This helps make the Moto Guzzi V7 II even more accessible for women riders and generally easier to balance at low speeds. The seating position remains comfortable for a wide range of riders, thanks in part to pegs that have been lowered. The addition of ABS and traction control is a logical and evolutionary step for any Piaggio Group model, given the great competence the company has in electronics. Continental provides the 2-channel ABS, while the TC is a simplified version of that found on the Moto Guzzi California, with no selectable functions. The 6-speed gearbox is long overdue, and it alone justifies the 2 being added to the original Moto Guzzi V7 name. It's a compact and modern box that shifts with a smoothness and speed that the old 5-speed could never match. The 2015 Moto Guzzi V7 II comes in the known 3 editions: Stone, Special, and Racer. The Special now has the legendary 2-tone paint scheme of the Moto Guzzi V7 Sport of yore, with one large and one thin stripe running diagonally across the tank. We took a long ride through the hills of Tuscany, on twisty back roads that snuck through Chianti vineyards and pine forests. But the trouble with pine trees is that their roots run all over the place and lift the tarmac, creating horrible bumps. Riding fast over those bumps was punishing for rider and bike, because the suspension of the V7 II is stiff, except on the Racer. It features superior suspension units, with gas-charged twin-tube shocks that are better than those used on the Stone and the Special. When the road conditions became more civilized, the ride was a lot more fun and pleasant. The new rider position feels very natural, and better ergonomically for the man-machine interface. On all models, the lowered center of gravity further enhanced the already great agility of the Moto Guzzi V7. Also, the new 6-speed gearbox delivered all I expected from a new, state-of-the-art transmission, but the gap between second and third gears feels a little too wide. What's more, the traction control had to work a lot harder than expected on such a lovely morning, but it was all because of the bumps created by the pine trees. Sometimes, it felt like the rear wheel spent more time in the air than on the ground, but at least that gave me a good opportunity to test the efficiency of the traction control. The engine of the V7 II is totally unchanged, with a claimed 48 horsepower and good torque from low RPM. Riding around easily and in style is the real mission of the Moto Guzzi V7 II, and there's a long list of accessories to customize the bike, some rather extreme. The accessories come in kits that define the various missions, each identified by evocative names: Dark Rider, Scrambler, Heritage, Cafe Racer, Record. All these kits use high-quality components, And they give the V7 II very strong and diversified personalities while also being fully homologated and fully covered by Moto Guzzi. Look for the new Moto Guzzi V7 II to arrive in the US late next spring, as a 2016 model. It's still far too early to have any pricing information, but the current V7, the Stone, starts at $8,490.